cannot claim to be for unity if you try to overturn a free and fair election and threaten to terminate the United States Constitution. And you cannot claim to be for unity when your entire economic agenda is designed to prioritize billionaires and big corporations over the middle class. So, friends, I say the contrast between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is like night and day. But with the selection of his running mate this week, Donald Trump is also trying to distract people. He wants to direct attention away from his record and his Project 2025 plan to suggest that he and his running mate are going to prioritize the middle class. God bless the United States of America. God bless you. And this race will not be decided by one night in June. This race will be decided by you, by us. Listen, I have been privileged and proud to serve as Vice President of the United States with Joe Biden as President of the United States. And what I saw of that report last night, I believe is, as a former prosecutor, the comments that were made by that prosecutor, gratuitous, inaccurate, and inappropriate. October 7th, Israel experienced a horrific attack, and I will tell you, we got the calls, the president and myself, in the hours after that occurred. It was an intense moment for the Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America, and I was in almost every meeting with the president in the hours and days that followed. Countless hours with the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of State, the heads of our intelligence community, and the president was in front of and on top of it all.
We are the post-war generation, and we will abolish abortion. We need love. Universe, let me win. We won't go back. We won't go back. We won't go back. We won't go back. We won't go back.
Today, our daughters know fewer rights than their grandmothers. This is a healthcare crisis, and we all know who was to blame: Donald Trump. Today in America, 1 in 3 women of reproductive age live in a state with an abortion ban. 1 in 3. The former president handpicked 3 Supreme Court justices because he intended for them to overturn Roe. He intended for them to take your freedoms. And it is a decision he brags about.
Yes, he does.
He openly says that he is, quote, proud that he overturned Roe v. Wade. proud Republicans in Congress are now calling for a nationwide abortion ban. Some even from the moment of conception. The right of every woman in every state in this country to make decisions about her own body is on the line. And I've said it before and I will say it again. How dare they? How dare they? The United States has an unbreakable bond with Israel, and our commitment to Israel's security is ironclad. We are going to continue to stand with Israel's right to defend itself. And let's be clear and never forget what happened on October 7th. As Israel defends itself, it matters how. The United States is unequivocal. International humanitarian law must be respected. Too many innocent Palestinians have been killed. Frankly, the scale of civilian suffering and the images and videos coming from Gaza are devastating. And given the immense scale of suffering in Gaza, there must be an immediate ceasefire. For at least the next 6 weeks, which is what is currently on the table. This will get the hostages out and get a significant amount of aid in. Hi.
How are you?
Emmanuel, good to see you. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Very well.
How is everything?
Wonderful. How are you?
Till now?
Huh?
As far as I know,
Everything's okay?
reasonably well.
Okay, good.
Bonjour, Messieurs, dames.
Oh, good to see you again. Good to be back. Thank you.
How much longer will the war last? Will the war end this year?
Thank you.
Can you talk about one way? Handshake, please.
Okay. Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please.
Madam Vice President, any reaction to the attorney?
Vice President Harris, any reaction to the bombing in Gaza at the refugee settlement?
This should never have happened. We talk about it being senseless. It is senseless. It is absolutely senseless. And so this is a moment that requires all good people, all God-loving people, to stand up and say, we will not stand for this. Enough is enough. We will come together based on what we all know we have in common, and we will not let those people who are motivated by hate separate us or make us feel fear. It's a good night.
So this is song number 20. So we have Eden, Roland, and Tony.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. If not, on this vote, the yeas are 50 and the nays are 50. The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative, and the nomination is confirmed. Under the previous order, the motion to reconsider is considered made and laid upon the table.
Well, I'm here in Florida. And I will tell you, there is no round table, no lecture, no invitation we will accept to debate an undeniable fact. There were no redeeming qualities of slavery.
Who sits in the White House? It matters. And in this election, we each one of us, we face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? We each face that question. What kind of country do we want to live in? Do we want to live in a country of liberty, freedom, and rule of law? Or a country of disorder, fear, and hate? We face a choice: cruelty or compassion, chaos or competence, division or unity. Each of us has the power to answer these questions. On a daily basis in South Carolina tomorrow at the ballot box. There are going to be many times in your life where you're going to be told that can't be done. It's never been done before. It's not time. They're not ready for it. And then this is the one I love. It's going to be a lot of hard work. Don't you listen. I eat no for breakfast. We have to know that sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open. Sometimes they won't. And then you need to kick that fucking door down. Excuse my language.
I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear
I, Kamala Davy Harris, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against, so help me God.
So help me God. We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States. But while I may be the first woman in this office, I will not be the last. Because every little girl watching tonight sees that this is a country of possibilities. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be recognized to ask a question before we proceed. The committee received just last night, less than 15 hours ago, 42,000 pages of documents that we have not had an opportunity to review or read or analyze.
You're out of order. I'll proceed.
We cannot possibly move forward, Mr. Chairman,
I
with this
extend
hearing.
a very warm
We
welcome
have not
to
been
Judge
given an
Kavanaugh,
opportunity to have a meaningful
his wife,
hearing on
Ashley.
this nominee.
Their two daughters.
Indicating the scope of Marbury. Likewise, Justice Ruth.
Because they're not advertising.
I stand before you today to announce my candidacy for President of the United States. In good faith, I cannot tell you, my supporters and volunteers, that I have a path forward if I don't believe I do. So, to you, my supporters, my dear supporters, it is with deep regret, but also with deep gratitude, that I am suspending our campaign today.
Bias against minorities is a great insult to the men and women who serve in law enforcement. And I want everyone to know who puts on the uniform of law enforcement every day.
The issues before us couldn't be more serious. There's the issue of choice, and I will always fight for a woman's right to make a decision about her own body. It should be her decision and not that of Donald Trump and the Vice President, Michael Pence.
I couldn't be more proud to serve as Vice President to a president who stands without apology for the sanctity of